All right, hello again, everyone. So, okay. I just saw that Adam McIntyre did something really interesting earlier. So, Russ is going to go over that today. I have not. I don't think I've ever covered anything that he's done before. Um, yeah. Apparently. Okay, my iPhone thieves are threatening me. Okay. Um, and then there was also something about what the heck? Wait a minute. Tana Monjo quits the canceled podcast. So yeah, I'm not gonna look at anything about Tana Monjo because I've never been, I don't like her at all. I'm sorry, you guys, I really just don't. I understand why people like her, but yeah, no. No, because I mean, I think she's annoying and she's not. But anyway, this is not about her. Let's get to the Holy Grail. All right, let's see.
Nervous to make the video talking about
Hang
this
on.
happen.
All right, let me go
Okay,
back.
hi everyone. I have a huge update when it comes to the story time that I just did yesterday on my YouTube channel, which was about me being robbed in West Hollywood of my iPhone, and then my iPhone being sold or traded off in the black market, I guess, in Hong Kong. So
Oh, really?
let's dive into it. Okay, so it has moved from WeHo to a different part of LA to Hong Kong to now in China, and its ultimate resting place right now that I can let you know is right here. So let me show you, because people keep saying, like, Adam, do you have access to the location? Oh, babe, I absolutely do have access to the location. She is right here, and it was recently updated because it just moved again. And she
wait a
is
minute.
right here. This is the exact location of my phone, and I think that the people who have stolen my phone.
It's a location thing. I thought that his his phone screen was broken.
Don't know that I still have access to the exact location, because I'm like, hey muckers, let's go to Dim Sum Factory for some food. Let's go to the building next door and see my phone, and then we can go to Camper Club after for some drinks. Now, this story has ramped up within the last 24 hours, and I have so much to tell you. Now, I was really nervous to make the video talking about this happening because I didn't know what the response was going to be like. However, I cannot believe how many people
Who stole his phone?
that watch my YouTube channel that this has happened to. This exact thing of their phone being stolen with or without them knowing. Some people were saying they didn't know their phone was stolen until a couple hours later. Some people were saying that their phone got ripped out of their hand in the middle of the street, but they all had the same trajectory where they were turned off, they were turned on in a different iPhone repair shop, and then they were turned off again. They were turned on a couple days later. They were in Hong Kong, turned off, turned on again a couple days later. They're in China. So they've started texting me a lot more. And again, people have been reaching out to me with the trajectory of how this goes. And a lot of people have been saying that they're more on guard of this happening since my videos. So I want to let people know, if this happens to you, what is currently happening to me in the fallout of them not being able to access my phone and the threats that are starting to begin. Because I want people to know that this isn't as scary as it sounds and these people are just bluffing. Now, in my original story time yesterday, I talked about how I was really confused that my phone was taken out of my pocket in Beaches Tropicana, which is a club in WeHo, and then it was turned off, and a couple days later it was in a cemetery, and then it was turned off again, and then a couple hours later it was in Westfield Topanga, I think it's called, a shopping center, and it was in an iPhone repair shop. And then a couple days later, it ends up in Hong Kong. A couple days later, it ends up in China. Now, for me, in my state of mind, I was thinking, oh my God, the person who stole my phone.
Why would it be? Why would it? Why would? Oh, whatever.
Was just going and seeing a family member before they ultimately brought it to the iPhone repair shop, which obviously now I truly believe that iPhone repair shops all around the world are used for actually phones being stolen and shipping them off to different countries. I cannot speak for every single iPhone repair shop, but I can speak for, I've done a lot of digging, and I believe that the one in Westfield that I went to and confronted the ladies, and they stalled for time, they watched my every move, and they made fun of my accent stalling time. I believe that the one in Westfield was exactly where my phone and other people's stolen phones goes to be sent off to Hong Kong. I can confidently say that. I have no evidence. However, my phone being at that exact location and other people saying that their phones were taken to iPhone repair shops in London or in Manchester very much so makes sense that obviously these phones are brought to iPhone repair shops, which very clearly
yeah,
iPhone repair shops.
yeah. See, the thing of it is the first time I think, cause I have switched between um I have had different types of phones. Yes, the main phone brand that I have used has been the iPhone. Right now I have the iPhone 14. But in the past I had a Samsung, like more than one Samsung phone, and I think yeah, like I think a Samsung was the first phone that I ever got, beginning in like fourth grade.
Probably wouldn't be able to stay open if their only source of funding was fixing a phone screen every couple of weeks. So obviously there's something shady going on. It not all makes sense in my head. But anyways, I was really, really, really curious as to how the journey happened and all the rest. But people have very clearly pointed out to me that the cemetery that my phone was taken to after being stolen wasn't because the person who robbed me was just visiting a family member. It was
Yeah.
because cemeteries are used for handover points. They're used for handover points of drugs, of weapons, of what I've read online, and also stolen iPhones. Now, they went to Forest Lawn Cemetery, which, by the way, I cannot believe
Oh
that
yeah,
I went
yeah,
there as
yeah,
well with
yeah.
my mom trying to find the phone. Little
Yeah,
did we know it was
Forest
probably just
Lawn.
handed over to someone else. And the reason that it was turned on at that
Forest Lawn Cemetery, and there's also the fuck is another one. I think it's what is it called? Hollywood Forever Cemetery, if I remember it right. That is where a lot of famous internments have taken place. A lot of famous people have been buried there. I believe who who the heck? I'm trying to think if whether I'm trying to remember whether or not uh let's see. I'm not sure if uh I think I have no clue as to whether or not Kurt Cobain is buried there or not. I have no clue. Uh yeah, no, he's not. All right. But yeah, yeah, no. There is yeah, there is that, and then there's also there's a lot of other cemeteries in California. Yep. Yep. See, notable burials. Okay, so who is there's Mel Blanc, who did a lot of the voice work for Looney Tunes. Um, yeah, I think he was the voice of Porky Pig, right? Yeah, I think. Yep, Porky Pig and Elmer Fudd. All right. So he's one of the people that's buried there, but there are others. There are a lot of others. Okay.
That location is because when they hand these stolen iPhones over, they have to turn them on to prove to the person buying them that they are working, which is why it was turned on at the cemetery and then turned off, turned on a couple hours later at the iPhone repair shop in Westfield. Now it's all making sense to me, okay? But I can't believe that me and my mom were roaming this fucking cemetery and Michael Jackson and other celebrities are buried there. And
Oh,
also,
yeah. I forgot about Michael Jackson buried. Oh, yeah. Michael Jackson is buried there. Yup.
Jackson and all the celebrities buried in Forest Lawn where my phone was traded off to the fucking scammers. But so many muckers were telling me, Adam, my grandparents are buried there. Adam, my family members. And I just think it's really beautiful that I was telling this story and so many people feel deeply connected to it because their family members are buried where my phone was traded off. So anyways, that night is the journey that they go on. The phones get stolen, they get taken to the cemetery, they get handed over at the cemetery, they get turned on to prove they're working, they're turned off again, they're brought to an iPhone repair shop, and from that iPhone repair shop, they are shipped to Hong Kong, and then they're shipped between Hong Kong and China, okay? However, I've started getting texts from the scammers, robbers, I guess. And the one I showed you yesterday, there's been a couple that have happened, okay? The one I showed you yesterday was one that actually came through when I was on my video. Now, it says maybe Apple Pay. So they are specifically editing their contact to make it look legit that it's coming from Apple Pay. But first of all, when the fuck have Apple Pay to ever message you? People are also wondering how they're able to message me. The reason for that is because when your phone is on lost mode or erase mode, your phone number comes up for a mode of contact, and they are contacting me on other phone numbers, okay? So the original one, again, if this ever happens to you, just know that this is all normal and this is the journey it will go on. We're about to go from this to them sending videos of guns shooting.
Oh, okay? Yeah.
Apple Pay. Your iPhone 16 Pro Max is trying to pay with Apple Pay in China to ensure, and there's no grammar.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Okay. Oh, this is the 16? Okay.
Ensure the safety of your accounts, please use Find My app to remove your Apple ID and cancel your payment method as soon as possible. Yep. This will unbind your Apple ID from another device, from Apple support. Now again, the grammar in that, absolutely fucking terrible. As you can see right here, the grammar is atrocious. They couldn't have even gotten this fucking right. Should I FaceTime
Wait
them?
A minute,
hey
wait. What does it say?
From Apple support. Now again, the grammar in that, absolutely fucking terrible, as you can see right.
Okay. Apple Pay. Your iPhone 16 Pro Max is trying to pay with Apple Pay in China to ensure the safety of your accounts. Please use Find My app to remove your Apple ID and cancel your payment method as soon as possible. This will unbind your Apple ID from another device. Apple support. Okay. Apple support sends messages like that. I didn't know that. Ugh.
Here, the ground.
Of course, see, I have never myself. I have never fucked with Apple Pay. I have multiple debit cards. I don't want to risk using Apple Pay. I know a lot of businesses and stores take Apple Pay, but personally for me, I'd rather just stick to, using Cash App and PayPal, just like lots of other people do. I don't know. And another reason why I mainly use Cash App and PayPal is because I can't for the life of me figure out how to get Apple Pay to work correctly.
Is atrocious. They couldn't have even gotten this fucking right. Should I FaceTime them? Hey guys! And then, obviously, as Apple Pay always do, they... I'm making a joke here. They sent a photo...
Hang on a second. I'm trying to find my vape, but I'll let it play.
With a red circle showing me how to erase my device. Now, the reason that they so desperately want me to do this is because the iPhone is basically useless to them unless the person whose phone was stolen erases the device from Find My iPhone. This factory resets the phone and means that they can resell your stolen phone for a good profit. However, if you don't do that, they have to take your phone apart for parts, which is a lot more work and a lot less money, which is why they start sending these messages. So I got this one yesterday. Now, I have now gotten this new one, which says the following. It opens with, here we go. It opens with, yo, exclamation, like, the audacity to message me, yo, like we're friends. Bitch, you stole my phone. Yo, what? I got an iPhone 16 Pro Max I'm using. It have your messages, emails, cards, bank, notes, and personal information on it. Even your SIM number that you transferred. I get your calls. Yeah. It was not erased. Did you make an insurance claim? So again, this is the next one you get, and so many people have reached out to me that they got this one next before the threats, okay?
Wow.
Now, I have typed in online.
And, yeah, I found my vape.
And people on Reddit have gotten this exact same message, but their one was actually longer, so my people are just significantly more lazy.
Oh,
so
yeah.
the full message that you should expect at this stage is, I bought an iPhone blank. I'm using it. Have your messages, email, card, bank notes, and personal information on it. Even your SIM number that you transferred. I get your calls. It was not erased. Did you make an insurance claim? So that's where mine stopped, okay?
Uh-huh.
Everyone else's goes on for longer. So because I responded to the first one they sent me with kill yourself, I think they're being a lot more stern with me. The erase request you made didn't work. It was connected on Wi-Fi in China, then got jailbreak, and still say pending. It won't erase remote.
Wow.
I'm telling you this because the phone is going to be auctioned on the black market with your personal information and everything you had on it.
Okay.
And then again, just a full stop, and then the next sentence begins with a lower capital, which I love. It's very, very, very stan Twitter of them. All yo information, including your phone number, address, everything will be cloned. That's why I'm telling you, so you can, in all capitals, remove it from your device list. I got all of this for $30. It's an app called
All right.
Download it right now. You just remove it.
All right, so what the heck else has he done recently? Okay, he shared something. He shared something from Twitter. Welcome back, Ozzy Osbourne. Popgrave. Trisha Paytas has named her third child Aquaman. Moses Paytas Hackmon. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I'm done with Adam for right now. Let's see. Did she do anything else? Hang on. Let's see. Okay, she has not done anything for a month now. But what has okay, she did a community tab. Okay, she had a child. All right, yeah. Okay, so that's that's been Adam McIntyre and Trisha Paytas. And I hope you guys have another great one. I'll see you later. Bye.